Attention please. This uploading is only for educational purpose. No intention to infringe copyrights. Learning English with Subtitles GPITRAL. Follow us.
Close to Auckland Airport, SPCA Inspector Karen Lowndes is responding to an emergency call. It's a macabre scene and rather puzzling. A dozen or so live pigeons are on the grass, next to a rubbish bag which contains more dead birds.
This is really weird. I don't actually know what's going on here. It looks like somebody has obviously not wanted their pigeons anymore. Perhaps, I don't know how they've been killed, I'll find out. And I don't know whether those ones were still alive in the sack and they've got out or somebody's let them out. I've got no idea. And it's obviously a really grisly sight. We've got bands on them, but there's nothing on the bands to indicate anything. Often it will have a number on it, which will identify perhaps the age of the bird and where it comes from. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look into it.
The locals are just as perplexed, but Karen's determined to solve the mystery.
How horrendous. You're not the one who's got pigeons around here. Do you live around here?
Yes, I live here, but there's no one here who has pigeons.
I just can't work it out, because did you open the bag? Did you actually find them?
No, my cousin opened it. She's down at the marae at the moment.
Oh, so she just saw the bag moving and ripped it open, and some of them were still alive.
Well, I got off the van,
Yeah.
looked over here, and there was the dead ones. But the rest of them wouldn't fly away. It just sat around here.
I know, they've only just flown away. I don't know where they've gone.
Half an hour when I arrived this morning, there's nothing here.
So it's been done this morning. Well, that may be good, because there's been some people around, obviously, with the market gardens here. Maybe somebody just saw a car go past. Yeah, it's going to be hugely tricky to find out, without somebody seeing a car or somebody drop the bags off here, or the bag. Hugely motivated to get to the bottom of this. Absolutely horrendous. I can't, it's completely unnecessary. We would have rehomed any animal. This is, we're there for that. You don't ever have to do this. It's just ridiculous. Completely unnecessary.
There has to be an explanation for such cruelty, and SPCA volunteer Lynn McDonald provides some clues.
These look like ties where people tie them up.
What do you mean by tie them up?
Well, people new to the country actually put these little ties on, and then they tie them to somewhere and keep them till they eat them. These aren't pigeon bands or racing bands at all.
They eat them?
Yeah, they eat them. But they're all
shame.
domestic birds. They've all been reliant on people. This one, for instance, can't home back to home because it's got a fantail. They can't fly very well. But all these, if they were let go, they would just fly back home again.
With her suspicion growing, Karen's next approach is to Berend Westra, a veterinarian who specialises in birds. Karen's hoping for some answers.
I just would like to know how they died, so maybe if you could do an autopsy or something.
The SPCA need to know the exact cause of death before they can prosecute. That's if they can find the culprit. So an autopsy on the birds is an essential part of the process.
Do you think that they could have possibly suffocated in the bag?
Oh, were they in the bag?
They were all in the bag. This is how I found them.
Oh, you're joking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the pigeons that got away will probably have flown back to the coop, which means there's an urgency to find the culprit. Ignorance is a recurring problem for the SPCA. Near Warkworth, there's concern for a horse left to fend for itself.
There's a thin horse that I dealt with, well, thought I'd dealt with about 6 months ago, with an owner who doesn't actually live on site here, but he hadn't seen it for a while, and he thought that if I thought it looked like it needed to be put down, then that was the best thing. And when I rechecked about a week or so later, the horse didn't appear to be anywhere on land, and I thought, cool, sorted, done. 6 months down the track, we've had another call, thin horse, same address. So yeah, turns out he didn't do what he said he had done, so today we're here and we're going to sort it out for him. All right, well there she is.
Well, it looks like there's lots of grass here, but...
Yeah, I mean, I said at the time when I asked him, has he ever done any teeth or anything like that, and he goes, oh, no.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it's probably she's...
Yeah, belly full of worms
doesn't
and...
eat that well, and yeah, worms.
Bad
And...
Hey, you're a good girl. Look what we got.
Inspector Todd Neal and Animal Manager Rachel Green approach the old horse and attempt to get on first-name terms with it.
You're only little, aren't you?
Oh, we could call it Emma, because she has dreadlocks, like one of our staff, Emma.
Marley, let's call her Marley.
Marley.
Bob Marley. Rasta. Marley.
Marley.
Yeah.
There we go, Marley.
Marley she is. With this particular horse, it's obvious the owner has turned a blind eye to its suffering. Marley has a swollen belly and is in poor condition generally.
She could possibly have a tumour. You can just see, I'd say that she has got a teeth problem because you can just see how much food she's putting in her mouth and how much is actually just falling straight out. She's not actually digesting too much of it because it's just basically falling out of her mouth. She's trying really hard to lick that up, really.
Let's have a look at your teeth. Can you see them? Not really.
I'd say it'd be these back ones up here because she's really a little bit swollen. I'm not going to stick my hand in and find out, though.
No.
I'll leave that to the professionals.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, most horses would have finished this bucket by now, and it's still pretty much the same level as when we started.
Marley's obviously in need of help, and Todd and Rachel decide to take her back to the SPCA.
Basically, we'll get her checked out by a vet to see what it is, why she isn't putting on weight, and I mean, I'd say there's a good chance that a lot of it is to do with age, but I'd say she's obviously needing a little bit of TLC as well in terms of worming and teeth and probably a bit of hoof work done as well. I think she's a bit sort of...
Not too bad.
Not too bad.
Shall we move her towards the float?
Okay.
Follow him. He's got food.
I think she will, no worries.
She's trying really hard to look either side of you to find where that food's gone.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too much of a shock.
Getting a horse on a float can sometimes be a problem, but Marley has a placid temperament and is keen to keep on eating and so happily climbs on board. In fact, she seems more than content to accompany the team to greener pastures.
It's a case of neglect, basically. I mean, she's an old horse, and old horses need a bit of extra care. I mean, to anyone, and especially an owner, if they've had her for a long time, they must be able to see that she's not keeping condition on, and I mean, it's just basically a case of neglect.
I don't think we'd go as far as prosecuting it. I think it is a case of out of sight, out of mind. She's losing condition, and eventually it's just a case where she would, not have enough energy or anything to carry on, and she'd fall over and not be able to get up in the paddock. So we have to step in before that happens.
Todd will be asking Marley's owner to surrender her to the SPCA. If all goes well, this old horse is on her way to a happier retirement. Ponsonby in Auckland is known for its urban chic. Even the animals have an air of the exotic about them. SPCA driver Rochelle Rogers has been called to pick up a rabbit.
A little bunny for us.
Or a possum or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it is.
Have a look and see. It's not a possum and it's not a rabbit. What it is a chinchilla. Very cute, very cuddly little animals that originated from South America, apparently. Something I don't see every day anyway. It could possibly have been found under a car or something like that, and that's why it's got the oil and so forth on it. Whereabouts did you actually find it?
Under my car.
Under your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thought he was a possum or a rabbit or a mixture of both. I don't know. It's cute, but he's scared. Just picked him up, he just sat still because he was really scared, so I just picked him up.
They are quite flighty little animals. They're a bit like rabbits, but perhaps a little bit more nervous than what rabbits are.
Because I didn't want to scare it onto the road.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, well, we might put him back in the box and we'll get him off to base and get him vet checked, and hopefully we'll find an owner for him. Okay, sweetie pie, we'll pop you back in the box.
Chinchillas retail for up to $300, and it's unlikely that such an unusual and expensive pet will stay at the SPCA for very long. At the stables, Marley, the old horse picked up from a paddock near Warkworth, is about to have a bath, and the staff find a few hangers-on.
That is a huge tick on her neck. No, it's the biggest one I've seen in ages.
Ticks everywhere. This is just to get the dirt and crud off her first.
Marley's owner had agreed 6 months ago to put the horse down, but didn't comply. Even though Marley's 28, Rachel's confident they'll find a new home for her final years.
She's at an age where, you know, she should just be able to retire in peace and just be well looked after. A lot of people like to have older horses that can help calm the younger ones down. A lot of people take them even to, you know, to races or dressage events, actually take them in the, you know, in the trucks to keep the other horses calm, and I think, you know, she'd be pretty good at that. She doesn't seem to be too fazed by too many things. So we're just going to put the wash on her to get rid of all her little friends. And then this just stays on her, so she'll probably go out into the paddock and have a nice big roll.
After a good wash and some pampering, it's gratifying for Rachel to see the difference in Marley.
Bit of life in the old girl yet.